Excellent post.
Yes. I forgot what I was supposed to say to that. Supposed to make it. I was supposed to make a manlet has my vote thing there, but I forgot how to say it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I agree with this. Manlet as my vote.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a shit joke, but it's one of ours, so we have to keep it.
True.
Fuck, so how you been, mate?
Okay. The past week hasn't been great, to be honest. No phone, but we'll get onto that.
Yes.
And,
This is the entire point of this is to be a very short one, touching on the two major topics that happened 2 weeks ago that we really should have started on much earlier.
Yeah, I'm gutted because obviously we were going to do one while I was over there. Again, just a short one, but that obviously happened when he sent those messages the day after. So
Yeah.
reply.
So do you want to go first? We'll start from the beginning.
Oh, so can I ask what are the two topics?
Oh, the package.
Of course, yes. Yeah, okay, so I went to Belgium for 4 nights, staying with family there. I'd coordinated it with Sleepy, a good friend of both of ours, and also who is on the Discord. Link in the description below.
It is low key really hard to try and remember his name.
Wait.
I've tried to make some sort of effort to call him Esperion, as that's his name, but it never fucking. I might get it down for like a week.
I remember the switch from Kiwi to Moon. Actually, that was a bit. I've got it now. I don't call you Kiwi anymore.
Some people still do, but.
Oh, I know, like Paul, dude, he'll never stop. But well, yeah, that's how I knew you. I knew you as Kiwi. And I realized. I'm pretty sure you just told me several times that call me Moon. That's my name. So
I think it's also easier when you have a nice, impactful, single syllable name. And I don't know why I have so much phlegm in the back of my throat right now. Hang on.
Sorry? Are you breaking up a bit?
Oh yeah, because I was mumbling, because I have a bunch of phlegm in the back of my throat for some reason.
Nice.
I know.
I actually have it's winding down, but I actually have a mouth infection at the moment. Which is why I said the past week hasn't been great. Started to the day after.
You're breaking up. Okay.
It says the health on my end is fine.
Mine says it's about average, but that's to be expected. By the way, guess what, everybody? We have boosted the server to level 3. Link in the description below. Oh, I'm gonna have to use the vanity URL in the fucking
Oh yeah.
descriptions now.
The
gayest.
We gotta get up.
The gayest vanity URL ever.
Well, you didn't submit one, so
I didn't know we were taking submissions.
I said it several times.
You got
like I will make it Biko unless somebody has a really good idea, unless somebody submits one.
You gotta understand. You say this shit at like 7 in the morning when I'm.
No, it was this time. It was this time yesterday.
At this time yesterday, I was still at fucking work. So you do this, and then you only think about it.
Getting cagey.
And then you only say it for like an hour, and then like an hour later, like, okay, we're going with this decision. There is no time to deliberate shit. Ever.
I'm not saying you don't have a point, but I did wait like 4 hours.
Yeah, but this is like a thing with everything. For 4 hours, I was still at fucking work. I ended up doing OT because we were short on drivers, but that's not the point. This is a very common recurring thing. Like, emote submissions back in the day were been and gone in the space of like 3 hours.
Yeah,
I
true.
wouldn't be able to do a fucking thing.
Well, here's the thing now. Now we've got too many emote slots essentially.
And not enough
We now
good
have more
ideas.
slots than we have emotes now. So for context, a normal server has 50. We pretty much immediately hit that cap, and then we got level 1, and it went up to 100, and we basically immediately hit that cap as well. And then we got level 2, and we've been on level 2 for a while. Well, for I don't know, maybe a couple months,
something like that.
and we've had the emote submission up, and we never reached the end of it. Before we now have level 3, which gives an extra 100. So we have like about 130 static emotes and maybe 30, 40 GIF emotes, and we've got room for like 250 of each. So now it's basically if people have an emote they want, I'll just add it with preference to people who boosted the server, of course.
And if the idea is actually fucking good.
Yeah, and there is a limit on the 4-part.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into, because that is actually a horrendous issue of mine. Is I have these strokes of genius, these brilliant ideas that tend to open floodgates.
Yeah, your genius is often your downfall.
Yeah. I will go where no one should have gone, but I make it good. Something like that. Anyway, you went to Belgium.
Yeah, I went to Belgium. So I coordinated it with Sleepy. So he was visiting his friend, who's also on the server, Brygar, who I've played a few games with. But he's definitely, I would put him in. Well, maybe not so much now, but I would definitely put him in friend of a friend category, even though I do like the guy.
I played a few games of what with?
We played some Rainbow Six, some League of Legends back when I played League of Legends like years ago. I've hung out with him. We did some of those like party games and stuff. He did play what was Secret Hitler with us actually. So you have played a game with him. But yeah, so he was visiting him at the same time I was in Belgium, and we coordinated that.
Oh my god! So what a coincidence!
So I hung out with Sleepy for a bit as well, and it was cool. But something happened.
It was said that you were also there with family, and you got horrendously fucking smashed continuously.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I wasn't that drunk.
I got. So it was Halloween, and I went out at 7. I needed to go to an ATM, and at least the area I was, like, even where I live now, which is a fairly, like, to use the government term, economically deprived area of Newcastle. There's ATMs all over the place. Every shop has an ATM.
Well, yeah, and they're all 24-hour ATMs because you got to go get your PCP somehow, and they don't take credit cards at the drug dealer's place.
Please, legal highs.
Oh, yeah, that was also.
That's what we have. So.
We had them back in 2014, 2015. We probably still have them, but I don't see them as much now. I think mostly because all the dairies were like, okay, we actually need to take a stand for our community or some shit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Indians with principles, who knew?
But yeah, so I had to walk a fair amount. I had to walk basically to the main street and a bit up. Basically, I had to walk to a bank that had like an ATM enclosure. I got some money, and then I walked back, and because there's loads of bars everywhere, and this bar had been like talked about called Michael Collins, and it's just like an Irish pub. Well, it's definitely more of a bar than a pub. But it's in the style of an Irish. And I walked past it. I was like, "Oh fuck, I'll go in there."
Wait,
so I hung out there for
like. Did you say it was Michael Collins?
Yeah, Michael Collins.
That's impressive because I've yet to find an Irish pub not owned by fucking Murray.
Oh, it's not named for the owner.
Uh,
It's a revolutionary fighter who fought one of the Sinn Féin guys, who was big in the Easter Revolution when the UK were too busy fighting the Nazis. Sorry, not the Nazis. It was World War One.
the Imperials, the
The
Imperial
Huns,
Germans.
the Huns, and
what?
and sorry.
When the fuck were they called the Huns? I'm not gonna
Like World War
doubt.
One?
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna doubt that they were called that. I've just never.
The Hun.
I don't think I've ever heard them called that before.
I'm just googling. Yeah, so it's not in reference to Attila, but
Yeah, well,
the Hun World War One. Hun was a derogatory nickname primarily used by the British officers rather than men during the First World War to describe the German army, e.g., the Huns attacked at dawn. Yeah, sorry, that's just never something I've thought about. It's kind of like Jerry
Oh, Jerry,
for
I
World
know.
War Two. Yeah.
But that's because, they always try to put the cliched British guy in World War II game who would still be caught dead using a fucking Lee Enfield.
True. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so
Fucking Nigel. Nigel the SOE.
I'm just laughing because it's so right. Like, you're so right. Yeah, you've always got to have that guy.
With his stiff upper lip. And what other fucking cliche shit?
Oh yeah, he's sarcastic and always relaxed, Like a bomb will go off and he'll be like, ooh, I might be a bit late for tea, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And they never have the good whiskey at the French bar when he's fighting with the revolutionaries or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's always the shit one. But yeah, so anyway, so I went to this Irish pub for about 3 hours. I then got to like the block where the home I was staying with was, and there was a bar there. And okay, the great thing about Belgium is every bar has an outdoor area that you can smoke in. This is not something in the UK. It's pretty rare. Yeah, I mean, it's not standard. I wouldn't go so far as to maybe say uncommon. It's uncommon. But like everywhere.
I think it depends on the venue. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, quite a few outside areas are still non-smoking. That's more what I'm getting at.
I'm trying to think, like the Empire Tavern, because the Empire Tavern in the town over, there's like 50 million Empire Taverns in this fucking country. I think
is that like a chain?
No, not even a chain. I just think everyone just calls it the Empire Tavern. Like they're being original.
We have our ones are the White Swan and the Black Bull.
Black Bull is a liquor store chain here. Or a bottler.
Interesting.
I don't think we actually call them bottlers here. That's a very Australian thing. Black Bull liquor is fucking everywhere apparently, and they're all run by Indians, and they are the dodgiest motherfuckers. Because we at work we supply some of them, and you go to the one place that has a forklift, and the shit is basically they super glued the full not super glued. They had Glad wrap or plastic wrap to attach the fuel canister. That is some major health and safety shit right there. I made sure to stand well fucking clear of that motherfucker. Anyway, so yeah, they all have smoking areas.
Yeah. So I went to the smoking area, and I ran out of cigarettes. So I was like, oh yeah, here's the thing: cigarettes over there are half price here. So that's where I import mine from the Netherlands, and Belgium has similar prices to the Netherlands. So I was just buying cigarettes left, right, and center because it's way cheaper. I was buying the good shit as well, the good ones. So I went to the shop, got them, and was walking back. I was on my phone, waited at the lights, because I was pretty. I was definitely tipsy at this point. Like,
oh, so are we talking about this moment, not the one where you were absolutely smashed with your family, like the first day you got there?
I didn't get smashed.
I'm pretty sure there was a whole bunch of gay conversations in general.
No, that was this day. That was this day.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't smashed. I was getting drunk. I was getting drunk. But I wasn't like swaying and things like that. You know, I wasn't that drunk.
Sure.
And trust me, after this happened, I sobered up immediately. I didn't have a hangover or anything. It sobers you up. So I waited at the lights because I wasn't going to risk crossing the road. And they have something that I know is in America. I don't know if it's the same in New Zealand. You guys, wait, do you guys drive on the left or the right?
We drive on the left.
Left. Okay, good. Can you turn left on a red light?
No.
If there's no person crossing, is it legal for you to turn left even though it's a red?
If it's a red, I don't think so, no.
Yeah,
but everyone's gonna fucking do it anyway.
In the UK, if it's red, it's red. You can't do anything. In America, they have like right on red, which is the same thing. They can turn right on a red light if there's no other cars and no one's crossing. They have the same in Belgium, but it's even weirder, where the so if I'm waiting and the green man comes up and I can cross the road, well, other cars can still go and they can turn right even though people are crossing. They just have to like wait. They have to kind of turn right and then like stop. So I turn, a woman doesn't stop. Or she stops, but she sees me too late. And so she hits me. Now, I have to say, it was a really soft hit. It didn't hurt me or anything like that, but I was pretty drunk. So, being impacted, like if I was sober, I probably would have just regained my footing, you know? But I wasn't. So I kind of like sprawled down, fell down, but I had my phone in my hand. And so that went flying. I was kind of just laying there for like 5-10 seconds. Because I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I had no idea. And eventually the woman came out the car and was just like, oh my god. But well, she was speaking in French. And she was trying to speak to me in French, but I was like, what the fuck's going on?
And you start speaking
so I get
Glaswegian and you're...
Yeah, I was like, anglais. So she helps me up. But she can't speak English. So then like an Indian man, like a big fat Indian man, was like walking past, but he could speak English, so he kind of comes over and it's like translating whatever. And so a good maybe 2 minutes pass. And then I kind of realize, oh shit, I don't have my phone. So I look around for my phone and it's not here. It's just not anywhere. And there's like a drain pipe or something. So I'm like, oh shit, did it fall down the pipe, like the drain and thing? I have no idea. But you know, they're wanting me to get home. You know, woman's probably worried about insurance and whatever. I don't fucking know, right? So they help me home. Explain the thing to the family, like my aunt who I was with. She offered to drive me to the hospital, but my aunt was like, "It's fine, I'll do it. It's okay." So I went to the hospital, but I was fine. Like I was like, I've got maybe a slight bruise, but it's all good.
Where's the bruise, like on your leg or?
Yeah, on my leg, on my left thigh.
Girls Frontline, can you shut the fuck up? Sorry.
But yeah, so that was it, and then I got back. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just find my phone, and it had been turned on, so someone has it. Someone. I mean, Imagine if you're just walking by and you just like see a thing and just see like a phone. Yeah, somebody was just like, yoink, that's mine. Mine now, try hard. So, yeah, I lost my phone. Instantly deactivate the SIM, put it in lost mode so it can't be used.
Uploaded all the dick pics to the cloud storage so that when they open it, you just
Well, that's
call
the
them
thing,
gay.
like, yeah, most of my pictures are on the cloud, but not the ones I took that day, and that day was when I went to a really nice area, so I lost those pictures. But also, the main, so I don't have a phone now, I'm having to use my old phone. But the main thing is, because my old phone has loads of battery issues,
You're kind of glad that you have the justification to get rid of it now.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What? You're kind of glad to have justification to get rid of it now.
No, the phone I lost was perfectly okay.
Oh, that was the new. That's right. You did get a new one. Fuck.
I haven't got a new one.
Oh,
no.
Shit.
No. So okay, right? Yeah, I didn't explain it well. So I am using my old phone that I had to replace. Now, which had all the problems. Hence why I bought a new phone.
That's what I mean. That the phone that you lost was the new phone. But
yes.
I thought it was still your old phone that had the battery trouble. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So, but now I can't play games.
Dude, just get an emulator for it.
Yeah, so like I'll boot up Azalane or Girls Frontline, and like 20% of my battery's just knocked out straight away. But also, because my phone is in my mother's name, I can't get a new SIM card. My mum has to get a new SIM card and sort it out, and she's obviously 300 miles away. So I don't have a SIM card either. So I can't do anything, like, at all. Oh yeah, but so when I was in Belgium, I couldn't log into anything, even on the family computer there, because everything is two-factor authentication. Or even when it didn't, it was picking me up as suspicious because I was in a different country, trying to log in. So I needed to authenticate on my email, and my email wouldn't let me on because I needed to authenticate through another email, and that email wouldn't let me on, and the whole cycle. So this ended up me not being able to contact anyone abruptly for like 48 hours.
And it was the best 48 hours ever. The shit we got to pull on Potato.
Wow.
Was fantastic.
He was really. So I got back and I had like 40 messages. A lot from Potato. And Sleepy as well. Because you gotta think of it from like Sleepy's point of view. Like,
he saw you yesterday.
No, he saw me that day.
Yeah.
That was the morning. Well, the afternoon, actually. Everything was fine. And he saw I was talking on Discord, and then just radio silence is gone. To that, if I didn't turn up that day and he knew what day I was supposed to be flying back, if I didn't say anything for that day, the next day he would have went with his friend down to my aunt's house to see what was up, to see if I had like died or something. But yeah, it was okay. It was all good.
Oh fuck! Who deleted the betting pool?
Probably Potato.
Dang it. But I do I was prepared to honor it if anyone got the right answer. I didn't expect anyone to give me money because no one takes shit seriously like I do. Yeah.
Hey, I take things seriously. Whenever I've said there's a price for doing something, I've always, like, if you do this, I'll give you X. I always give you X, so don't pull that on me.
Except for Sports Direct mugs.
Nice segue.
That worked.
Nice segue. Hey. I gave you a Sports Direct mug. Right? You can't pull that on me.
Okay,
anymore.
So...
And I included a gift with it, which, oh my god, I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Right, your turn.
So... long-time fans of the Sad Bear on Guy podcast
Yeah, like episode 1 or some shit.
Are aware that when SHG was sending out letters or talking about planning on sending out letters that he did that he also didn't send for a long ass.
I've sent like half of them. Shut up, right?
And with the joys of the infamy of Mike Ashley, I requested that he send me a Sports Direct mug. And he agreed to it.
I did, yeah.
Fast forward 9 months later.
More like 6, alright? More like 6.
No, I mean, well, if you start February, we'll say like... Yeah, we'll say 7, but it didn't arrive for 8 months.
Yeah, okay.
So he sent the package off for 7 months later, and after much, because I was actually getting concerned that it wouldn't actually arrive, that you being a dumbass,
it was pretty late.
That you being a dumbass and actually sending it to Kiwi again. Like I thought, I was starting to think maybe because you said, oh, Kiwi's fine because you send postcards and they don't give a shit. And my point was like, oh, postcards might just be different. I don't know.
Wait, hang on. I did send it to Kiwi, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That's the thing. You've sent postcards to Kiwi, but I didn't know if packages would be a different thing. Also, eventually it arrived, and I was overjoyed. I came home and I posted pictures about it, and I'm still not sure about this. Did they open the box? I don't know. When you sent the package, like, how much tape and shit was on it?
Can you post a picture of what you got? I'll be able to tell you straight away.
Well, there's basically it was a burgundy box, and it had like the seams in the cardboard, so that like tear here kind of seams that you would normally use, but then there was sellotape on top of all of it, and you said the lady at the thing did that, but there was 2 kinds of tape. There was like the brown tape, and then there was like clear tape.
Yeah, we put brown tape on, so yeah.
Okay, so
it's been opened.
They did check the package. Amazing. And it's still fucking So it arrived. I took pictures of stuff as I was getting it out, and the first part that we came across is I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to say this, because I am thankful for the thought that you put into the gift. I really am.
Oh, where's this going?
but I already fucking have one.
I didn't know. Okay, so can I say this then?
I mean, I'm not sure how you wouldn't. I mean, well, I know that your memory's trash, but the thing is, like, around the same time of me saying this, like, our birthdays had just happened, and the birthday gift I got for myself was a Tamiya 1 in 35 model of the AMX 13.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah.
Spoiler: SHG got me a model of the a Tamiya 135 model of the AMX 13.
It's the same box, and like literally identical. And I was, because I remember, alright, so I had a bit of money essentially. Like everything in my life, it revolves, like, when things happen is when I get paid.
Yeah.
And then I live
like
in
every
poverty
like every Zoomer.
Yeah, and then I live in poverty for the other 29 days of the month. But when I get paid, that's when shit happens. And I was like, I'd finished work, and so it was like after 6, and I just kind of realized I was walking past Sports Direct. I was like, hang on, why don't I just whack this out now? He's waiting because it's been something on my mind a lot. I need to send this.
Oh, I know that feeling right now. I have a box full of shit I need to send.
Yeah,
I should probably also send you something.
That's no pressure. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll buy the stuff now and I'll see if I can send it. So I bought the mug. Oh no! Sorry, no! I've misremembered. No, Yeah, I was at the library, and by the library is a model shop. That's all like tanks and ships and whatever, right? And I was in the store. I was just looking around because again I've been paid. I'd bought a zero from it, but I lost one of the pieces, so it's like I can't. But and yeah, a bunch of regulars came in while I was looking around, and so they were talking with the owner. And long story short, it did good for the first month or whatever, but now it's doing shit and no one's buying anything, and so it's probably going to get shut down in a couple months. So I was feeling really bad, and I was looking around. I was like, oh, like, do I want to buy something? But I was looking. I was like, to be honest, I don't really want to assemble anything, but I kind of want to buy something because I like this guy and I feel sad for him.
I will keep him alive with this one 20 quid purchase.
40 quid.
Wait,
fuck off. 40 quid that cost me, right?
Really?
It's the label, the things on the side of it.
I'm just thinking, I'm pretty sure I paid like 40 New Zealand dollars for my one.
It's alright, I'm sure I got a ridiculous markup. Yeah, okay, for context, that gift cost me more than the money you gave me to send it.
Yeah.
So I thought that it would be a good... Sorry it's so late. So, you know. But the anime, I wanted it essentially to get you a Nozomi Nendoroid. That was what I'd kind of like.
Oh, I stand corrected. Actually, it costs $80. I'm looking.
Oh yeah, so yes.
I'm looking at where I bought it from now.
I wanted to get you a Nozomi Nendoroid, but the anime shop was shut. But I was really feeling like, fuck it, I could just send this today. I'll just send it today. So I went to the mall and I looked to see if they had a French section, and there was only one tank there. Well, yeah, okay. There was like an APC, like a modern APC, and things like that. But like a World War II, or at least a semi-World War II. I don't know much about the AMX-13, but something of that era.
Post-war.
Yeah. So yeah, not world, but something of kind of more that era, and yeah, it had AMX in it, right? You know, so it's like, okay, right, I'll get that. So I bought that, and then I went past Sports Direct, got the mug, which was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Got the mug, went to the post office to buy the box and buy the sealing, but the post office there had shut, but there is a late night post office. So after sealing it and whatever, I then went to the late night post office carrying this massive box. Well, okay, it's not massive, but a fairly big, sizable box.
Yeah.
Around Newcastle to the late night post office. Went there and was told that it would cost like £45 to send. If I wanted it done quickly. I was like, okay, sure. So the whole thing cost me like 45, 40, and then like £2 for the mug, £1.50, something like that. So cost me like £90. Oh yeah, no, I had to buy the packing material. So yeah, definitely like slightly more than £90 to send. So I saw like 180 New Zealand dollars. And you got one thing you already had, and now you can talk about the mug.
So yeah, so we got that out, and I was like, okay, we got that. I'll go make a cup of tea with my mug. I also had a packet of biscuits, all like set up and ready to go. By pure coincidence, actually. So I went in, I made the cup of tea, I poured the water in, and then I turned around to go do something. I turned back, and I lifted the mug up, and then I looked at the bench. I was like, my bench is really fucking wet right now. And then I looked down and I see like just above the bottom half of the handle. So like if you like around that point, like if I actually look at it, like a quarter of the way up the mug, there's a crack running quite literally around the entire fucking mug, from end of handle to the other end of the handle.
Jesus.
And it's just seeping out tea.
How does that even happen, though?
I don't know.
Because I would assume that if it's a crack big enough that like water can seep through, that's all the way around. Wouldn't that just like shatter it? You know, the same amount of pressure.
I don't know.
So yeah, I was gutted. So yeah, the mug was broken essentially, and the gift that I did put a bit of time in.
Yeah, again, I want to say I do appreciate the thought. Would have preferred an Android. And that was the other thing that threw me off, because you did decide to keep it as a surprise, but
yeah.
I did.
Well, you wanted me to.
Yeah, but I did know that you had planned on getting it, the Nozomi Android, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there stumbling, so I was like, what the fuck else did he put in there? Because I knew it wasn't an Android, and it wasn't it wasn't penguins.
Yeah, it wasn't penguins. Oh, I should have got some penguins.
No. Don't get me fucking. I don't even like penguins. That's the other thing. Like the equivalent here, Tim Tams. Tim Tams are like one of my least favorite biscuits.
No, well, we've had a full podcast about this.
Oh, fuck.
At this point, it should literally just be called the Tim Tim's Penguin Podcast. Might as well sponsorship deal.
Dude, everyone go play Raid Shadow Legends.
Sorry?
Raid Shadow Legends, that's our sponsor.
Oh, of course, yeah. Use our code now.
And you can get 100 premium currency. I don't know, it's probably like gold or some shit. I don't know.
It'll probably be something like 20,000, because they always hike the numbers up so it looks bigger.
Oh no, the ones I've always seen don't have like hyperbolic currencies. The only game I've seen with like hyperbolic numbers is the one Minty plays. King's Raid.
Oh. Well, the premium currency for World of Tanks is basically in thousands.
Yeah, but like, what is it? So, what does 1,000 gold get you?
Well, it depends.
All right,
you can get you a lot of things.
That's the other thing. So, when they say premium ammunition, do you actually have to pay premium currency for it?
No.
Okay.
But I'm not going to let them off the hook, because so it used to be. So how premium ammunition works is essentially it has a higher penetration value. You know.
I think there's a bit more to it that depending on the tank. Like, I think I've heard some of them have like higher pen but lower damage.
Not really.
Not really.
Them, but... It's basically the standard, the same damage but higher pen. They also travel faster. Some of them.
Yeah. I mean that would depend on like, because I mean the premium ammunition will depend on the era as well. Like I think some of the later ones will use high explosive anti-tank, which I don't think would change much. But then like early tanks might use like an APCR. Yeah,
exactly. So for a tank, standard rounds are just AP, and then premium rounds are typically APCR. But higher tier tanks, both their standard and their premium might be APCR. And then you have for higher ones as well, it might be APCR, and then heat is their premium. But essentially, it has a higher penetration value. But it used to be, so in the early days, you could only get them through using premium currency, which was awful.
And then no one's fucking using it.
Exactly. So then it became a mixture that you could use standard currency, or you could use premium currency. And again, everyone just used standard currency. So now it's just...
And now everyone's winning games with negative profit.
Exactly. Well, right, there is a huge... Like, it's pay to win and whatever. But in you make enough credits through the game that, okay, if you're an idiot and you only fire the premium rounds, then yeah, you're gonna lose money like every game.
I mean, that
okay?
sounds like something I would do. Like when I play War Thunder, I can't be bothered switching between shells.
Well, yes. Like I never use high explosive rounds. I don't know if War Thunder has the same.
Oh yeah, dude, we have every kind of ammunition. It's fucking autistic.
No, but I'm more meant if they work the same way. Like we just have AP, APCR, heat, and HE. So most cannons will fire AP, APCR, and HE.
Yeah, I think every tank gets like an HE shell, but
yeah, but I never used HE.
But yeah, well, it's another one of those things. Like the things I would use HE for, I can basically use anything else. The only people who use high explosive these days are people playing high tier Soviets that want to just meme.
Oh yeah, we have the same. Well, it's not necessarily high tier, but it's high caliber. High caliber Soviets like the KV2 and things.
Yeah, KV2 does it, but also the the really later tier ones like the T80s and shit. Apparently, the 125mm Russian gun has a stupid high explosive round.
Yeah. We call them derp cannons, derp guns.
No, we have no shortage of derp guns. We even have a British derp gun. We have several derp guns.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
One, the Death Star that you would be very much familiar with. Wait, you guys don't have Hesh, do you?
Oh, we might have Hesh.
Because if you have the Death Star, you should have Hesh.
World of Tanks.
High explosive squash head.
Ammo. Yeah, we do have Hesh. I don't think I have a. Is there a certain type of tank that will fire it?
Leopard 1s have, but basically anything that uses the L7A1 or the British 120mm.
Oh, okay, right. The symbol for it looks really similar to HE.
Yeah, well, it is basically.
I probably just haven't noticed it. There's a difference.
The way Hesh works is actually really fucking disgusting. It borders on what sounds like a fucking war crime to me. Basically, what it is.
Oh, I'm reading. Well, you say it, but I'm reading the article now.
It's a shell with a chunk of fucking plastic explosive or something, and it lands on the armor. It squishes down so it gets nice and flat. Then it explodes, which sends a shockwave through the armor. It doesn't perforate the armor or anything. It sends the shockwave through the armor, which translates into basically every loose bit of shit on the other end flying around inside the fucking tank, killing whatever. Everything soft and squishy inside.
So I'll just read out the entry in the Wargaming wiki because it's quite short. High explosive squash head shells are shells that spread a paste of explosives on the surface they impact, which detonates shortly after. This concentrated blast causes inside the structure. Yes. It explodes on killing the crew inside or damaging its internal parts without actually penetrating it. On some vehicles, such as the M4190GF, Hesh ammo is called HEP, high explosive plastic, and has the same characteristics. Hesh is premium ammo on some top-tier vehicles, and is most common in top-tier British vehicles.
Yeah, it's a very British thing in the game as well. The only ones... The only non-Brits that get it are the ones that use license-built L7A1s. So Leopard 1s, M60s. I think the Japanese Type 61 gets it. And I think some of the other... some of the weird recoilless guns, I don't know if you have the M50 Ontos.
I don't know.
It's you'll know it if you see it. It's a 6-barreled recoilless rifle.
Yeah, we don't have. We're getting a double-barreled gun. That's going to be coming, a double-barreled tank, and everyone's really up in arms about it already.
What nation is it?
Where do you think?
Well, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's Japanese.
No, no. Oh, no. You're thinking historic, right? You've got to get in the mind of a World of Tanks player,
Oh,
right?
okay. Russian bias.
Yes, Russia's getting it. Yeah. Oh, actually, there's a tank that's coming out as well. That's basically impossible. Now, obviously, we do have a lot of blueprint tanks in the game, but like, it's a premium Russian auto loading tank with a really low profile.
That
That's
does 70 kilometers per hour off road.
55 kilometers per hour.
And has about 300 millimeters of effective thickness on the
330 millimeters of effective armor. And everyone's just like, fuck right off with that.
And it's tier 6.
It's okay. I have to say sorry. It's not a premium tank, so it's all good.
It's all good. It's an event vehicle or?
No, I think it might be a reward vehicle. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we actually got one of those recently. We got the VT-12, which is a German test bed thing. Basically, it has 2 Rheinmetall L44 guns on either side of the tank in like a TD sort of fashion. And it's fucking disgusting. It was basically the company's test bed to see how a Swedish tech tree would work out.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants the SDRV 103s.
Yeah. Okay, I have to say, like, probably one of the best, even though it's a far smaller tech tree, probably the best line, I would say, like the best nation, I would say, in World of Tanks for just novel designs and really interesting gameplay has to be the Swedish line. Well, the Swedish lines, because yeah, we do have the Stridsvagn 103, and the Emil and things like that. Actually, can I ask you a question?
You can.
No, I'm going to ask whether you like it or not.
Well, okay. I think yes, but okay.
I'm used to you saying no, that's the thing. Whenever I say that, you always go no. Oh, fuck. Remember. What am I talking about? Oh, okay. We have this thing called Top of the Tree, which is I know War Thunder is quite similar, but to get a high tier vehicle, it's a big grind.
Yes.
We exact same here, and basically every month there's like a vote. I think there's a vote. I don't know. I've never voted in it, so it might not be a vote. But a tier 10 tank is chosen, and essentially all of the research values for that tank. Oh no, you gain more experience throughout that line, like double or triple. And the cost of all of those tanks is either halved or cut by 30%. So it's a lot easier for you to like grind up this set of tanks, and you can pay money and get more missions that give you more. But even for it's basically a good excuse for a free-to-play player to grind a certain line of tanks. So in September it was the American light tanks. I can only remember the tier 10 because that's what it's like called. So it was for the Sheridan.
Yeah, the M551. I don't know how that's gonna work in World of Tanks, because over in War Thunder that's a anti-tank guided missile carrier pretty much.
They're just a light tank here, mate. And then for October it was the Fochby, the French tank destroyer.
Yeah, the big fucking thick boy.
Yeah, and I don't care about any of them. But this one, it's the E50M.
So the totally didn't exist. That's basically the Löwe, isn't it?
Sorry?
The Löwe. The big...
yeah, but it's medium tank. Yeah, the E tanks didn't exist, did they? Yeah. Like the E100 and things.
I don't know if the E100 exists. Like, we know the Mouse existed in the sense that
Yeah.
the Soviets put it together after the war.
Yeah.
But
I'm just reading.
I don't know if the E100 existed.
So the E50, yeah, in 1945, the E50 was conceived as the standard medium tank of the Panzerwaffe to replace the Panther and Panther II. It existed only in blueprints, and then you have the E50M, which is the Tier 10. So I'm assuming that is the same as well.
Anyway, to answer your question, no, we don't have something like that. Where once a month there's like something on easy, but we do have like celebration sales, like particularly around the developer's birthday, which we actually just had, where they'll go for like 48 hours. These tech trees are 50% off.
Yeah.
They'll do it in phases. Like, I think this time around, the first 2 days was like French and Italy or something, and then the next one was the German and the British, and the next one was the American and the Soviet, and then China's fucking somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And during that time, you don't research faster, but you can buy the tanks for 50% less. The modules cost 50% less. All the premiums except the ones that were added the last patch.
Right.
50% off.
Makes sense. We have something similar, but rather than it being around the birthday, it's around a significant day.
Oh, birthday's only one of the events. We'll also have them during like maybe like we might have like D-Day or something.
Yeah. So last month we had the German reunification.
Oh, there's usually also a Stalingrad event or something.
Oh, interesting.
Also, the summer event. Summer event's usually a big deal, except that which is where the BT-12 came from, and I hate it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So sorry, one of the reasons I was bringing up the top of the tree is that this line I'm actually interested in because the E50M is a pretty good tank, but it also goes through the Panther lines, and I play medium tanks, and I don't really play German tanks, but the Panthers pretty iconic. So I have actually been grinding the German medium tanks. So
I only play Germany when I need money, because it's fucking brain dead. Although then I've actually been playing a lot of British lately. I have
what tanks?
Centurion Mark III actually. And I love it except for the fact that the matchmaking is bullshit. I have yet to see a fucking top. I like 1 in 20 matches I'll have a top tier match where I'm the best tank on the block and I can dunk on Tiger 1s.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's just bouncing off IS-6s.
We had a kind of. It wasn't really a problem, but like every match would be over like 3 tiers. It's like tier 8, 7, 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it might be even as many as 4. So yeah, like 8, 7, 6, and then maybe light tanks, like one light tank that would be tier 5. Fixed it. How they fixed it was creating something called 3-5-7 matchmaking. Yeah. So so it'd always be 3 at the top tier, 5 of the mid tier.
Well, that's the thing. They started implementing that at the top tiers, where only 25% of your team and the enemy's team can be the top tier tanks.
Well, it's if it's a new thing for you, I'll just say
it's new. Apparently, it's not a new thing, but like they took it away for a while now. They've reintroduced it.
Yeah, so for us, it's been an absolute disaster because it basically means only at most 20% of your games you'll be top tier. So now it's kind of like 33%, 33%, 33%, typically. But it's no longer so it's kind of the same, but it's no longer rigid. It's no longer strict 3-5-7. So I would say it's typically either like 4, 6, 5. No, 4, 5, 6.
Whatever adds up to the sum.
Yeah, or like 5, 5, 5, or like 5, 6, 4. So actually, no, there's always more bottom tier ones, so it'd be like 5, 4, 6, something like that. But yeah, so it's no longer as rigid, so it's not as bad. But
Well, the thing about all this is you used to be able to sort of game the system.
yeah,
Like you could know because we run on like well the BR's got up to 10.3 now. It used to be 10.0, but they realized, hey, look, this is actually bullshit. Let's put it up 0.3 of a BR, so that all the highest tiers of shit are up there, which keeps some things out of it. And that's basically how you can kind of game the system. Like let's say I don't know the Tiger 2 is really popular. Everyone plays it. However, so you don't play anything within its range unless you're above it. So the Tiger 2 sits at 6.7. So you would, if you didn't want to face that, you would not play anything at 6.3, 6.0, 5.7. You'd try and build your lineup if you wanted to grind around 5.3. So you could just avoid it entirely. However, since they changed the BRs a bit, everything's been out of whack, and everything you thought you knew about gaming the system is just fucking evaporated.
Oof.
Because 6.7 used to be peak, like the best. Or best, like most fun BR where everyone's end of war shit came out, like the Tiger 2s, the Pershings, the
for us it's tier 8. That's tier 8, yeah.
Yeah. What else is there? Yeah, everyone has something good around that too. French used to have the Lorraines, but then everyone realised those are actually good. But yeah, everything's been out of whack since then, and now 6.7 gets updated a lot. Anyway, we're talking a lot about something no one else is interested in, and I decided I wanted to keep this to be a short one. We're almost approaching an hour. We told our stories. You said you were so. How are we actually going to go about getting me a Sports Direct mug now?
I'll send you a new one. There won't be another thing in it, so I'll be able to just pack it with packaging, and I should be able to get a smaller box. Because that was the thing with the parcel. It was like a really tight fit, as you probably could have guessed. So I'm gonna send another one.
Do I get a letter this time?
I'll put a letter in. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to bring that up, but I was like, no, he's probably kicking himself enough. I do have some empathy somewhere, deep inside me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, no, it's like it's just for the memes. You need to have your Sports Direct mug that you can actually drink out of.
Yeah. In the meantime, it's just sitting on my shelf on top of all my music, staring down at me. I just it's angled right now in such a way that all I see is Poe.
Oh,
I know, it's hilarious.
Very funny, very funny.
I know. That's why I made the joke. Yeah. Anyway, goodbye, people. enjoy this very short.
So actually,
go on.
I don't know if we should talk about it off. You can just cut it there if you want. So wait. So are we doing it next week, or is the 2-week schedule starting from today?
Oh no, we're doing it next week.
Right. Okay.